The law of return grants entry rights to Jews globally, but does not grant equivalent rights to Palestinians displaced from the same land or to their descendants. So the asymmetry at work here is structural. It is legislated. It is enforced. It is apartheid. The new tax incentives reinforce that same division. They create a fiscal difference tied directly to identity. The policy embeds demographic priority into taxation. The tax system itself is segregational and racist. The increase in departures from Israel have been severe and have only increased, though. Skilled workers left the country in greater numbers as the economic and political situation deteriorated as a result of the genocide in Gaza and the wider war fronts that Israel has since opened. With them went the taxable income that they raised, investment draw and innovation capacity. The state's response is now to introduce an incentive to attract more Jewish people to replace them, or those who have been gone for more than 10 years. It tells me that Israel knows it doesn't have a cat in hell's chance of winning back those who have recently left, therefore, perhaps because they clearly know far too much. The tax exemption is therefore not merely an immigration benefit, it's a stabilisation measure tied to the state's ideological project, its ideological existence. It is presented as renewal, but it operates as replacement. It maintains a demographic composition that the government considers foundational. The choice to implement this during a deficit and during war spending indicates the priority placed on identity-based population retention and recruitment. The policy places ideology ahead of revenue, ahead of fiscal balance and immediate economic stability. No state can survive operating like that. No doubt other states like the US will be asked to inject cash when they end up a certain creek without a paddle, and no doubt the US will send said cash. But this is what will no doubt be asking themselves is, in the America certainly, what I pay my taxes for. A homeland, as Israel incessantly calls itself, does not need to pay its own people to return to it. If they truly are their people, then they truly have a right to return to said land. And of course, a great many Jews around the world very much refute that. When belonging requires subsidy, belonging is no longer the basis of the relationship, is it? The transaction has revealed the shift. The state is literally paying to maintain the narrative that it is a homeland.